Okay. And we're live. So, just a recap for anybody just tuning in. At the end of the last live stream, I made an oops. And we lost a lot of our progress. So at the end of the last live stream, we lost a lot of progress. But since then, I went back and I refought that battle and got us back to where we were. The difference is this time, the 1 cubic thread survived the engagement. So we're going into the present campaign with better units. Okay. Okay, so we're going into, I believe it's chapter 5 now. Excuse me. Okay, so we have 2 adamants, we have the Daedalus, and we have 5 manticores. Okay. So this mission is one of the short-term missions that give you a benefit if you complete them within the time limit you've given. Alexa, stop. Okay, so something I've learned since the last stream is that the manticores, their front-facing guns are at the bottom of the front nose. So if your ship is low, you can't get a firing solution on a ship in front of you. The same with the adamant, but it's the opposite. So with the adamant, the firing solutions are off to the sides, but the cannons are on the top. So if you are above an enemy, you can't get a firing solution on them. So that's one of the main problems that's one of the main errors I was making in the last few engagements.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
Cylon satellite network confirmed. The faster we take it out, the less likely we'll see more reinforcements out here.
Okay. Let's grab our manticores.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have our manticores head off to engage the Cylon fleet. But I'm just going to use instead of targeting the Nemesis, I'm going to use the missiles and take out... Actually, no. I'm going to use the missiles to take out the Cylon ships, but I'm going to use my fighters to take out the
Launching
satellites.
Vipers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Missiles on their way.
Okay. So we're gonna try to multi-purpose this. We're gonna send the Manticores and we're gonna send the fleet after the Cylons. We're gonna have the Manticores fire a volley of missiles at the first nemesis we've encountered. Excuse me. And we're gonna have the Adamants fire off a couple salvos and take out 2 of the first network satellites. Then once the fighter squadrons are out, we'll have them all break off, take out a satellite network each, and then hammer the Cylon main battle force. Main combat force. Anyway. Let's do it.
Escort clearance zone is active.
Ah! Just short. Just shy of seeing some fireworks there. So these 2 satellites have been targeted by the carriers. We now have some squadrons on the board. Forgot to set them to Mark IIs, but that is what it is.
Squadron target is confirmed.
So these 2 are targeted already by the missiles. Okay, we're going to go to an aggressive posture. Again, we're going to stay high. Focusing fire on that nemesis. We're going to grab the 2 adamant carriers. We're going to, again, switch to aggressive posture. We want to keep them in a wider loop. We want to keep them nice and low, because that's the best spot for their guns. So let's see some fireworks.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
We have 2 nemesis. Oh yeah! So we have 3 nemesis and a Talon carrier. Let's check to see what the... Okay, so first network satellite destroyed. Very good. Second one, those missiles should hit at any time. We've got our squadrons en route to 2 more targets. Sorry, the other 4 satellites. And we've got our main battle fleet just ripping into the Cylons nice and satisfyingly. So the first nemesis is down. Let's focus on our second target. Okay, next target.
Optimizing fire solution.
Hostile unit identified.
Okay, second network satellite is down. Very good. These 2 squadrons are closing in on the targets. Same with these 2. Let's grab the Manticores. Let's have them slow down a bit. We'll have to switch targets to the second nemesis, and we'll have the adamant carriers come forward and focus fire on this nemesis here. Now it should be 1, so we have another missile solution. Not 1 more turn, then we have more missiles. Who's gotten hit? No hull damage so far. Okay, so far so good. That second nemesis got just hammered.
Missiles incoming!
We're gonna hammer the trackers so they can't get back up.
Second nemesis down. Nice. That squadron's closing on our second target, on our target there. Closing. Okay, we got 2 more satellites down. I'm gonna have the Deadlock squadrons. No, I want the Deadlock squadrons. These 2 guys out here. They've successfully destroyed their targets. We're gonna have them retask and support the main battle fleet. There is a Raider squadron on the board. I'm not sure where it is. Let's go to the tactical map. So we had the Talon carrier. There's the frackers right there. Okay. So we have this. So we have the Talon carrier here. We have the Nemesis. The elements we're focusing on there, and that was the second Nemesis. We had the Manticores rip apart. So let's send our 2 squadrons after that. Those guys. Yeah, and our other 2 squadrons are just focusing on the last 2 satellites. Let's grab the Manticores. That Nemesis is down. Let's have our Manticores slow down. Retarget. And they'll focus fire on the Nemesis first, knock it out, then we'll take on the Talon. I'm gonna grab the Adamants, the Achilles, and the Lady RP. We should have a missile salvo now. Let's have the Manticores fire off the salvo at the Talon. Same with the Adamants. If we can finish this fight nice and quickly, I'll be happy. That Talon's going to get hammered by missiles. The Nemesis is going to get ripped apart by just collective fire as we drive by. And that Raider squadron we'll pounce on it with all of our squadrons when we get the chance. As soon as those satellites are down, we're going to have all of our squadrons retask.
Manticore is taking damage.
Second Nemesis down.
Taking fire.
And all of the missiles streaking in at the Talon. Okay. Still closing in on the target. Okay, 3rd satellite is eliminated. We're going to grab the Lady RP squadron and send it off to the Raiders.
Understood.
The Achilles squadron is still after its satellite, so we'll leave that to it. Let's grab our Manticores. We're going to have them come about. And focus fire on the Talon. It should not be much of a challenge to rip that apart. We're going to leave the Adamants going where they're going because they're going to auto-target the Talon anyway. And where they are is ideal anyway because they are below the Talon. So their missiles, their firing solutions will hit it. Okay, so that Raider squadron it'll be the only thing that gives it any kind of issue. And of course, they're targeting the Frankfurter, of course.
On it, Commander.
Engineering. Anybody else? Subsystems need fixes? Nope. The armory on the Helena. Helen needs help. Everybody else is fine. Okay, let's watch the Talon get annihilated.
Manticore is taking damage.
Talon eliminated.
Time to clean up and go.
The network is dark.
Done.
Good job, Commander. You've bought us some extra time.
So say we all. Very good. Talon got a kill. I haven't changed that name yet. I need to change that name. Very good. And the Lady RP got a confirmed kill. Very nice. Excuse me. Very nice. That went really well. Excuse me. Okay, so here's Fleet Group Nautilus. So we need to change the name here.
Cylons strike group has been detected.
I hit the wrong button. Shite.
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie with a history of war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out the rest. Cylon forces have been roaming this colony's border. No civilians are present, so maximum force is encouraged.
Okay, so we got two side quests. The main, there's no main story missions right now. Okay.
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie with a history of war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out the rest.
Okay, so it looks like Gemenon has defected, so that's unfortunate. Well, shit. I did not know that. When did that? I don't even know when that happened. Okay, so one thing I've learned since the last live stream is that Scorpia gives a nice discount to the Daedalus building ships there. So we're gonna park the Daedalus there and just pump out ships as fast as we can. Sagittarion. Okay. Let's get some ships building. I want a... Well, you can build 3 ships at a time. So we're gonna have 1 adamant frigate and 2 corvettes. You are parked at PyCon, which also gives you a discount. So, I thought interesting. Okay, so it's in a good spot there for building ships as well. Can't unlock any more blueprints. We're going to send Fleet Group Odyssey to take on Cylon Fleet 24, which is 3,500. Just looks like a 1-to-1 fight there. It's unfortunate. I don't like fighting fair ever, if I can avoid it. So we've got 2 carriers. I'm going to detach the Diana and send it to Fleet Group Odyssey. I wouldn't mind another officer. She's a Marine Captain, Combat Engineer, Technologist. Let's recruit her. Let's put her in charge of Fleet Group Odyssey. Let's take a look at her office. Actually, I wouldn't. So Fleet Group Odyssey has my best commander. Let's repair it up. It's jumping to Zeus to take out Cylon Fleet 24. The Daedalus is building some ships, but we're going to jump it to... Okay, let's close this menu. We're going to jump it to a ready spot here at Caucasus, and then jump it to Scorpia. Meanwhile, Fleet Group Nautilus is going to head and take on Cylon Fleet 13 and Fleet Group Odyssey, yes. Okay, that's about as much as we can do.
Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir. Escort group is engaging hostiles.
Okay, so we still have the advantage. Okay. So what I'd like to do is I want to take Fleet Group Odyssey to Helios Beta. Fleet Group Daedalus, hopefully we'll have some ships built once we get to PyCon, and I can detach them and send them after this here. Excuse me. Enemy contacts. Okay, looks like we got 6 contacts to R7. So that's hopefully a good sign. Okay, here we go.
Prepare to jump in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're not sure what we're gonna gauge here, but let's take our manticores, keep them on a boost up.
On it, Commander.
Looks like, yeah, we want to be higher before we get into contact. We're gonna take our adamant carriers, have them swing left, but stay low.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna hold off launching the squadrons for now.
Every single one of our pilots comes home today. Understand?
That's the Ceraces.
Launching fighters. Hostile unit identified.
Yep.
Get him, get him. That secondary battery.
Three Talon squadrons.
Adjusting shot by .16. Fire.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
One Ceraces, and I'm thinking we have at least three Talon carriers. We've got our manticores. I'm gonna send off our two squadrons. Started to wish we had three, but that's what it is. Send them off after the raiders.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have the two adamant carriers continue on their course, stay low, and they can fire off munitions at this. Nothing so far. The Talon here. Okay. Let's have our manticores fire munitions. Can't get target lock. We can knock the hell out of one of these carriers.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Plating is taking a pounding, sir.
Ceraces down. Very nice. I think the Talons. Yeah, we missed a lot of those missiles. Big part of that missile salvo because the Talons, the Talon ducked into a dust nebula. We've got our Viper squadrons. As they went past Ceraces, they got to get a little chewed up. We got our manticores. We're gonna have them
Yes, sir.
focus fire on the Nemesis here and climb up so they can swing back around and come out after the Nemesis. I mean the Talons. Now the Talons, their guns are just like the Adamants. Their guns are on the top. So if we have the Adamants swoop in here, they can focus fire and rip the hell out of them. But we're gonna focus fire on the Ceraces first.
Beat this, poster. Target is 8-3 by 8-8. What's your message?
Manticore is taking damage.
Ooh. Okay. So far not great, but I forgot to change the squadrons again. I gotta keep an eye on the squadrons, have them retask as necessary. We're gonna have the manticores come around. And climb. We want to get above the Talons so we have better firing solution. As we go, we'll take out that Nemesis. We'll have one of our guys focus fire on... Yeah, we'll have him focus fire on the Nemesis. Good. We'll have everybody else switch to targeting this Talon here. And we should have another turn before we can actually fire another 2 turns before we can fire missiles. Or same with our adamants. Okay.
Manticore is taking damage.
So they can't get back up.
I've got red lights across the board.
Yeah, we're gonna lose the Fred. I don't like it, but it had to happen, unfortunately. We had our fire focused on the Nemesis. We annihilated it. We've taken out a Cylons. Now we're gonna... Ooh, those you guys are gonna collide. So let's not do that. Our squadrons are still doing okay. They're not doing great. But it looks like we annihilated one of the... We took out one of the Talon squadrons. Yes, one of the Talon squadrons is gone. So we're going to have our 2 squadrons retask on... Yeah, they're focusing fire on 1 squadron at a time, which is good. We're going to have our carriers slow down a bit.
So say we all.
Focus fire 1 Talon at a time. We want to keep them below. They still need another turn to recharge. R.I.P. Fred. We'll have to rename another Fred as we go.
Reloading.
Manticore is taking damage.
Fire solution is online.
That's the Diana. Yeah. Now we have missiles again, but I don't think we can get them. I don't think we'll be able to get a missile solution. Okay, no target lock. We can target that Talon, or that Talon. We're gonna fire on the Cylons. It has more munitions than anything else. They are targeting this Talon. That's fine. We're gonna leave them to it. But we're going to have them focus fire on that Cylons. We can take that out. That eliminates a huge amount of firepower. Our Talons are the squadrons are still engaging. Oh, they are doing some damn good work. They've got this squadron down past 50%. They can knock it out. We'll recall, repair, and redeploy.
Manticore is taking damage.
Keep your target locked. Watch for clear. Nothing but the rain.
Okay, so we have another squadron eliminated. Okay, we're gonna leave them on that. We're gonna have them take out the other squadron, and then we'll recall them. That Cylons has a lot of missiles coming at it. That Talon's getting ripped apart. Let's have our Manticores come forward, but we'll have them drop. Because one thing about the Manticores is that they have their cannons on the front,
Understood.
but on the back they have rear cannons for when they're being chased. So we'll have them drop down below the Talons and take them out. We have no more missiles. They are all en route.
We've been through worse.
Adamant is taking damage.
The Hephaestus. That's one of our new carriers. We got 1 Talon down to 50% health, but I believe our squadrons have eliminated all Cylon squadrons. Yep. We have 1 partial squadron still on the board. And they are just in the process of ripping it apart. Good, good, good. We'll leave them to it, the recall, because they won't be too much help against Talons, they'll just get torn apart. Can we fire munitions yet? No. So some subsystems are fine. Diana needs
System
some repair
repairs
to its
underway.
armory. Ooh. Yeah, that's the Diana. Everybody else is fine except for the Fred, of course. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. That'll put us almost in an... We just want to get a little lower and swing past here. That Cerastes is pretty much done for.
Adamant is taking damage.
We have one Talon down. We are going to recall
Understood.
our squadrons. And grab the Adamants. Gonna have them keep circling. And I want them focused on... let's have them focus fire on the Cerastes if they can. Can you fire munitions? Don't launch those, so reloading. We're gonna grab our Manticores. Talons down. We just have two more Talons left and the Cerastes. Keep going forward and drop.
On it, Commander.
That should take us out of the arc of the Adamants of the Talon's guns.
Adamant is taking damage.
We're taking fire.
They can focus fire with their rear cannons on the Cerastes, so that'll take out the threat to Hephaestus. Both of our squadrons are recovered. Now we have missiles too. So let's give them a show. This Talon's been untouched. Who can we fire at? Cerastes? No. Talon or Talon? Nah, I can't fire at the wounded Talon. We'll fire at the undamaged Talon. We'll hit it with everything we've got. There are some ships who couldn't fire. I think it's just the Frankfurter couldn't fire. Okay, it's in the nebula, so that's why I couldn't fire. So let's...
Training updated. Target acquisition maintained.
Incoming.
So we have... It's going to take a little while before we can chew down that Cerastes because its bottom plating is completely intact. So that's why we're having trouble there. Frankfurter now has missiles. We'll set it off at the Cerastes. We'll grab all the Manticores. We're going to have them keep going forward. We're going to want to chase the Talon, but drop. Hephaestus is getting a little bit hammered, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna have the Juno and the Festus. Keep on. That Talon's got a lot of missiles arcing towards it. Okay, the Frankfurter has taken apart the Cerastes' bottom armor plating, so that's great. Now we want to take our Manticores and we want to accelerate past this Talon so we can target with the rear cannons.
Yes, Commander.
We want to take her out that Cerastes first, though. How are our squadrons doing? 8 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. Let's boost thrusters a bit. Get our guys a little closer to the engagement. Have them focus fire on the nearest Talon. Next turn, next turn we'll relaunch the squadrons. Have them focus fire where we need it.
Subsystem repairs are complete.
So let's launch our squadrons. Squadrons will be launched next turn, and then we'll have our missile salvo again.
Escort clear zone intact. Party 1 is stay back.
Adamant is taking damage.
Strassy's down! Finally! 2 Talons to go, 2 squadrons in the air. Okay. Let's grab our Manticores. Final engagement, we have 2 Talons to go.
Understood.
Let's grab the Juno and the Hephaestus, have them arc around.
On it, Commander.
And let's grab everybody and fire off a massive salvo. Let's go for the second Talon. Everybody, I'll say the Hephaestus is still can't fire. Oh, fire! What? But what? I don't understand.
Missiles on their way.
Everybody's firing as far as I can tell. That Talon is in for a hammering. Okay. Strassy's out of the fight. Should be able to just scrap the rest of these guys.
Adamant is taking damage. Manticore is taking damage.
They've breached plating.
Come on, Diana. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's taken the Diana's taken a pounding. Oh my goodness. That Talon's out of it. Strassy's gone. So we just have the final Talon. We just have that final Talon to target. So we take the Helen, the Uranus, and the Frankfurter, and we're going to leave them on their course.
Understood.
And focus fire there. I'm hoping the Diana can get away without getting taken out, because I don't want to lose 2 ships in engagement, but if it happens, it is what it is. I feel like with all the missiles arcing towards that Talon, it shouldn't be an issue, but it might be. Squadron's still in the way. Okay.
Manticore is taking damage.
Done! That should be that's the last enemy, correct? Yes. Okay, good. So we lost to Fred. R.I.P. Fred. Shame to lose ya. Frankfurt has a confirmed kill. Same with the Hephaestus, Uranus, the Helen, and the Diana. Excellent job. I don't like losing ships like that, but there wasn't much we could do about it. Excuse me. Excuse me. So we have the Fleet Group Nautilus with the Hyperion and 3 Manticores. Let's pop a quick save.
Escort group is under attack.
Let's see if let's see how well let's let the game auto resolve this one. They have 3 veteran ships, so I'm hoping that they don't get annihilated. They have the advantage too. Colony victory, no deaths. Awesome. So that's driven off one of the Cylon threats to Tauron. We're gonna grab Fleet Group Odyssey. We're gonna repair. It's an expensive repair, but there was a lot of damage, especially to the Diana. We're still losing. We have ships being built. Awesome. We have the Fred too. So we should have building ships. We should have 2 corvettes out next turn. We have to wait to wait for the build. Excuse me. So we have to wait. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. So Fleet Group Nautilus survived. Fleet Group Odyssey survived. We want Fleet Group Daedalus to jump for Scorpia. But we're going to wait there because we don't need to waste the Tilium in the jump. Fleet Group Odyssey is our best unit. They need to wait a turn to finish recharging. But Gemenon is defected. Is there? I wonder if there's any way to regain. I feel like there has to be. We'll see. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna take Fleet Group Nautilus. How big is it? Oh, wait. We do know how big. Okay, so that is a big Cylon battle fleet. So we want to get Fleet Group Nautilus out of there. We want to park them somewhere like Caprica, where there's a benefit to them being there. Plus, okay. Let's get them out of there because they are too weak to. We'll have them jump there, and other fleets need time to recharge. We'll have 2 more ships out, and then we'll distribute them to our 2 smaller groups, and have the Daedalus jump to Scorpia.
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie with a history of war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out.
Oh,
the
that's
rest.
not good. Well, Gemenon defected, so whatever. It is what it is. Tauron has that huge Cylon battle fleet, so we can't really do much against them. We do have Fleet Group Odyssey, so we'll jump them in and we'll knock that group out. We have two corvettes. We're gonna have the Fred 2 jump to. Let's jump to Zeus and join up the Fleet Group Odyssey. We're gonna. Oh, that's where Achilles and the Lady RP are. But we're gonna have them jump for Scorpia. And our last grouping, we're gonna have them jump and join up with Fleet Group Nautilus to give them a much-needed boost.
Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir. A fortified colony is under attack.
So we have a 100% chance of winning this. Cylon fleet is stronger than us. Let's drop a save, and I'm going to let them auto-resolve. I want to auto-resolve this one, see how it goes.
A fortified colony is under attack.
Okay. No casualties.
New adamant has been deployed.
Okay, so Fleet Group Nautilus is doing really well on its own, so that's great. We want to rename the Sobek. Interesting.
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie
I keep
with a
hitting the wrong
history of
button.
war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out the rest.
Now, what is the? I wonder what the Cylon battle strength is there. Man, war tourism here is going to expire if we don't get to it. We have the Fleet Group Odyssey. We're going to send the Fred over to it. We want to reinforce Tarn before they defect. Oh no. Pycon defected. Why did Pycon defect? Ay, ay, ay. This is falling apart.
Fleet group has its coordinates.
We're gonna have to give the Daedalus time to recharge because I want to go there, but anyway. So that's a relatively small Cylon force there. I feel like Fleet Group Nautilus, just with how well they've been doing, let's send them after. Let's send them. Actually, we're gonna send them. We're gonna bring Fleet Group Nautilus home. We're gonna Fleet Group Odyssey bouncing around here, just knocking out Cylon threats. I wouldn't mind trying to get to that, but it is what it is.
Cylon escort group has been detected.
Well, that's a shame.
One of our allies is being attacked.
We don't have the Tilium to make the jump.
Detected a Cylon strike fleet, sir.
And both of those missions are gone. That is a freaking shame. I want to see what we can do if we can just rewind a little bit. Okay, we auto-resolved this last time, was no problem.
New adamant has been deployed.
Our Mark is an adrenaline junkie with a history of war tourism. His uncle is a prominent negotiator in the Quorum Chamber and wants this whole thing kept under wraps. Our top priority is extracting the Mark. We'll let the politicians and the tabloids sort out the rest.
Detected a Cylon strike fleet, sir. Fleet group has its coordinates. Cylon strike group has been detected.
So we have war tourism, a side mission, and we're entering that with Fleet Group Nautilus, which has 1 carrier and 4 manticores. It might turn out that we might have to restart the campaign at some point, because I'm not 100% sure if we can regain a colony if they defect. Doesn't really make sense from the defect if this is the Cylon, if we're fighting with the Cylons, but anyway. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. Okay. This is gonna be, this might be messy. So we've got our manticores forward and as high as possible, since their guns are mostly on the bottom of the prow. And we have the carrier,
Prepare
the
to
adamant,
jump in 3,
lower.
2, 1.
The tourists' transport is still active and hailing on distress channels. Fracking idiot. What did he expect to find out here?
So we're gonna keep a defensive posture, but we don't want to get too. We don't want to engage. We don't have to. We just have to defend him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's an adamant.
That can Condition 1 about the ship. Are we just a creative flip for them as well?
I am confused here. Are these allied ships or are they enemy ships? So I'd rather not fire on colonial ships if I don't have to. So a little confused here.
Fire and control is warmed up and preparing for
Escort cars,
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Well, that's a shame. So they are hostiles. This is really annoying. So we need to get our manticores high up, so they can get a firing
Yes,
solution.
Commander. Understood. Squadron target is confirmed.
adjusting shot by .23. Fire.
So say we all. Understood. Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Solution updated. Target acquisition maintained.
Missiles incoming!
It's like they're sending missiles at the Hyperion. We can keep our manticores engaging their corvettes. It's like we engaged them with the exact same strength we had. So this is a very dangerous situation right now.
On it, Commander. Missiles incoming!
Optimizing fire solution.
Adamant is taking damage.
keep your target locked and watch for clearance.
We got our squadron harassing that adamant, so that's fine. One more turn, then our missiles will be recharged, and we can probably take out that manticore, no problem.
Adamant is taking damage. Civilian ship is taking damage.
And the okay, so this is a disaster. The Hyperion is about to explode. So we are gonna reload because this is just a nightmare.
New adamant has been deployed.
So we're going to switch our squadrons to the Spear Mark II. We're going to jump the Fleet Group Odyssey to Caprica, reinforce Caprica. We're going to take Fleet Group Nautilus, jump it to the midway point, and then join up with our carriers, our newly built carriers.
Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir. One of our allies is being attacked.
No, they're not.
Cylon strike group has been detected.
Okay, so we should have a much better shot at being able to complete this mission without a disaster happening again. So we're going to go in and we're going to end up facing off against other colonial forces, which I'm not a fan of, but it do be what it is. It do be what it is. It's dubious. Okay, so we're in a better position this time. Let's group our carriers together. And get our manticores in position. Oh, so the Mark II Vipers actually are more expensive to deploy. So we'll just stick with Mark I's for now then. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize it costs you Tilium to deploy your squadrons like
Fleet
that.
group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
The tourists' transport is still active and hailing on distress channels. Fracking idiot, what did he expect to find out here?
So let's grab our manticores, boost thrusters. We know what we're coming up against. So we're gonna have our manticores come in nice and high.
Understood.
I'm gonna grab our carriers. We're gonna have them launch
Yes, sir.
their Vipers. Gonna come out about a bit slower. But I want to drop them down a little more.
Escort turret zone is active.
Let's grab our manticores. Let's have them slow down, but keep an aggressive posture. Slow down, stay high. We're gonna have the adamants coming about. And aggressive. And they're gonna grab all of my squadrons. And we're gonna tell them to defend. Grab my Viper squadrons and tell them to defend the transport. Okay.
Trigger zone detected. Civilian ship is taking damage.
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is to stay down.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Okay, so it's time to light them up with all of the missiles. Let's grab the manticores, have them slow down.
Yes, Commander.
We'll have them focus their main cannons on one manticore at a time, but
Missile tubes prepped.
we'll have them launch their missiles at a
Yes,
different
Commander.
one. We're gonna try to get our carriers. We're gonna try and get our carriers in between the manticores and the transport. So let's see if we can see if we can keep the transport going.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Adjusting shot by .23. Fire.
System repairs underway.
Oh, it is actually getting really battered.
Missiles incoming. Civilian ship is taking damage. Adamant is taking damage.
Okay, so that's what there was a Viper squadron targeting the transport. It should be fine now. We've eliminated it. That Manticore is done for. We might lose the Lady RP. I hope not.
Yes, sir.
Oh goodness gracious! It was the main target for all of the missiles.
Adamant is taking damage. Friendly unit is down.
So they can't get back up. That's secondary battery.
Subsystems are back online.
So we lost the Lady RP. That is a shame. But as far as I can tell, most of the enemy Manticores are gone. Just that Adamant. Okay, so there's one other Manticore still there. It's okay.
Solution updated. Target acquisition maintained.
Keep your target locked and watch for clearance.
So we're gonna grab our Manticores. Come about.
On it, Commander.
We'll have them focus fire on the Adamant. We're gonna have the Serapis turn. Switch to a defensive posture. And we're gonna have all of the we're gonna have all of our ships fire their missiles at the. Oh, there's 2 remaining Manticores. I thought there was only 1. No, that's the Kalut. Okay.
Understood.
Firing on target.
Okay, so I spun the Hyperion around because it was taking too much damage to its left flank from this Manticore. We've eliminated the Adamant, and the other Manticore, so we only have one enemy unit remaining. Yeah, so we just have that one Manticore on the field. Okay. Let's grab our Manticores. Have the Hyperion continue turning. And we're going to have the Serapis. We're going to actually, we're going to keep that name. That's an okay name. So this guy should not survive very long. He's got full focus of all of our Manticores and both of our Adamants. He's firing at the Hyperion, but that's going to hit the right shielding and the bottom.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, and both of our squadrons are about to rip into it. It's done.
Got them now.
Done. And the tourist barely survived.
The transport is safe and sound. I think I hear Kane already negotiating our pay raise.
Good job to our Wilbert Simon. Okay, we lost the Lady RP. I hate the fact that we lost her, but it is what it is. If I'm not mistaken, we can send the Achilles over. So we're gonna have the Fleet Group Nautilus repair, and we're gonna send over the Achilles. We have a nice bit of requisition points. I wonder if we can get any blueprint. Oh, that's not what I was after.
Corvette is ready for orders.
We gotta let the Fleet Group Nautilus sit there for a minute to recharge.
Detected a Cylon escort fleet, sir.
Oh, because that was...
Set condition 1 throughout fleet.
Fleet Group Odyssey is ridiculously strong. It's facing off against a weak Cylon fleet. So let's auto-resolve that one, because I feel like that Greeley is our best commander. Good. Victory. Awesome.
We have a new mission, Commander. This is not great. An anti-Caprican alternative news team is broadcasting their live feed after bumbling into a known Cylon patrol. Given the option, Kane would rather leave them out there. Otherwise, I might be able to wrangle a counter-story if you can find me an officer who isn't shy of a few cameras.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So we need to transfer the Achilles to Fleet Group Nautilus. Boom. Say that replaces the adamant carrier that they lost. Fleet Group Odyssey needs a repair desperately. Okay, so we're gonna have to go ship by ship and we can't afford all of the repairs. So we're gonna repair up what we can. So the Uranus is the one we can't get the full... Oh, no, we don't have quite enough Tillium. So let's fix up that flank and that. Yeah, that gives the majority of its majority back in action. Okay, good. Okay, so the board's cleared itself off really quite well. Unfortunately, we had another defect. No, sorry, I lied. It's Gemenon and Pycon have both defected for some reason. We're going to take Fleet Group Nautilus, which is raring for a fight. We're going to send it to Broken Alliance Mission 1. And we're going to send Fleet Group Odyssey. It needs more time to recharge because we can't jump right now. We have to send it to Vergon because Vergon is going to break if we don't get somebody there. Unfortunately, we have to wait to spool up for a jump.
Cylon escort group has been detected.
That's Tauron. We're going to have to send Odyssey back, maybe. How big is that fleet? That's Tauron. Helios Alpha. 27. That's not exactly a small fleet. So we're going to send Fleet Group Nautilus there. Costs 40 Tillium, but we have to do it. We're going to finish repairing up Fleet Group Odyssey. Now, can you jump to Helios Alpha? Because knocking out... No, we don't have enough to jump. I'm hoping Tauron can last a turn so we can jump there. We do have more ships with the Nautilus here. We have... Let's transfer... So we got the Fleet Group Nautilus, we have the Fleet Group Daedalus, we have Fleet Group Nautilus, and we have Fleet Group Odyssey. Let's do Fleet Group Prometheus. If anybody has any suggestions for names, please let me know. I'm running out of names to come up with. Prometheus is too long. Fleet Group, anyway, I'm gonna have to come back to that. We'll rename some of these. I don't have any Tilium to constructing more ships right now. We're gonna send you guys to Libron. We're gonna, oh, actually, Sagittarion is there. So we're gonna send. What happened to our fleet groups? Where the hell did that come from? Okay. We need an officer. Okay. Who are our options? We have a technologist, we have a marine captain, and we have a. Okay, we're gonna recruit Kristen Blackmore, and we're gonna assign her to the Prometheus group. Okay. We'll take Prometheus group and we're gonna jump them to Tauron. Sagittarion, yes. Because Sagittarion has a benefit. Oh, it's only when the Daedalus is there. But it will give them some backbone, because Libron is concerned, but they're not on the verge of defecting. Sagittarion is, same with Arelon. But Fleet Group Nautilus is going to get there, we will and then we'll reinforce them. Oh, Canceron. Hanceron has a Cylon force there, but we're going to get them. We have to wait a little longer to deal with anything with there. But this mission, completing this mission, should get us a pile of...
Commander, we've received
Yes, pilot
an
Tilium.
unusual request from the Aquarian Science Forum. There's a colonial ship in orbit they want removed. The research vessel was working on a new plating repair technology. The project got Cylon interest, and the research group was forced to abandon the asset and its crew. There hasn't been much Cylon activity in the area other than that. However, Aquaria wants both Cylon and colonial fleet presence minimized while they prepare for the Kairos Summerfest. The forum said we can take the ship and any tech we find on it, as long as we take the Cylons with us. Whether it's actually theirs to give away is another matter.
The Celestra belongs to the Vardmodius Research Group. This ship is unarmed and unable to defend itself. Roblox subsidiary, blah blah blah. The Tauron-based Vergus Corporation. So we get a nice pile of resolution points and Tilium, and we get a blueprint for, I believe it should be like a science vessel. Okay, so that's what we have to do. We're gonna send our little Prometheus group to Sagittarion, back them up. Fleet Group Odyssey is gonna jump to Helios Beta as soon as they spool up their jump. Although at the same time, I might jump them back to Tauron and knock that Cylon fleet out first. Because Vergon might have a little longer before we need to reinforce them. Oh, there we go. So Fleet Group Nautilus is engaging at Celestra. Let's do it. Let's save first because I do not really want to have to redo a bunch of this stuff. So I feel like we're doing really well so far. Let's proceed with that. We'll send Fleet Group Odyssey to Helios Beta. And hopefully we're gonna have to start getting some garrison forces here and there. To anybody just tuning in, we're about to go into the Broken Alliance Mission 1. This is one of the DLC packs for Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. If anybody wants to give me suggestions for ship names, I've been really heavily hitting on Roman and Greek mythology names, but I'm starting to run out of names off the top of my head. Okay, so we only have 3 enemy contacts, which is great. We're going to take our carriers, group them together. Awesome. And we're going to have our Manticore corvettes to the front. Now, I'm hoping the Celestra like a science vessel, and maybe we can build one with the Daedalus and it gives a boost. Or maybe it's a mobile fleet dockyard like the Daedalus. Who knows? We're going to find out. It would be nice not to have to build all of my ships with the Daedalus and then have to jump them out.
Fleet group is jumping in 3,
2, 1. So if I remember correctly, we have the Achilles, the Serapis,
Jump complete.
and another ship I haven't renamed.
Mark's already on the board. The research ship is responding and active.
Peculiar to see a Vardmodia ship so far from home. Their drone technology isn't so radical that they need help from the Aquarians.
It's possible that was just a front. Maybe some rogue techs looking for refuge before the Quorum passes its AI ban.
I don't think so. In that regard, Vergis has more to be concerned about than these folks. They're drone enthusiasts at best. More interested in actuators than processors.
Either way. Commander, proceed as planned. This may be a rare lucrative day for Colonial Fleet.
Okay. Okay, So the Celestra's over here. And it has missiles. Weird.
So say we all.
So let's move forward and knock these suckers out. Boost thrusters, get us going. Boost thrusters, and get us a firing solution because I want to knock these Cylons out.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, that's it. That's all we can do.
Yellow Squadron, good to go.
Is this the greatest lift for them as well? Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions.
So since we haven't seen any missiles yet, I'm thinking these are either. So we have not seen any squadrons be deployed, so they're not Talons. Based on the amount of fire from them, I don't think they're Celestras. Because when we've engaged Celestras in the past, they've really just knocked a ton of fire out. Alright, so it's the Achilles, the Serapis, and the Hyperion. And it looks like Wilbert decided the Achilles to be his flagship, so that's fair enough. So we want to keep the Adamants off to the side. We're going to launch our squadrons. We want to get our Manticores closer. Actually, let's not boost thrusters. Let's go to aggressive posture. There we go. I'm thinking we might be seeing a new ship because I have not seen. Anyway, this is odd. We haven't seen any missile fire yet.
Hostile unit identified.
Revenants. Okay, so they're carriers.
Escort clear zone is intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Commander.
Oh, that's not
multiple
good.
new Dratus contacts.
Oh, that's not good at all. I was hoping for an easier fight than that. Well, that's a shame. So we're gonna grab our carriers. Slow down. Aggressive posture. Grab our squadrons, and we're going to send them over here to protect the Celestra. So the Revenants are battle cruisers. They do not have any squadrons, so that must be a Talon because we do have a Raider squadron coming in at us.
Squadron target is confirmed. Manticore is taking damage.
Nothing but the rain.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Taking fire.
Ow. So the Lancer has gotten the heck beaten out of it.
So say we all. System repairs underway. Manticore is taking damage.
We're gonna lose the Lancer.
We've lost a Manticore, sir. Adamant is taking damage.
Work.
Yes, Commander.
We might end up having to restart this fight because we are getting our ass kicked.
Adamant is taking damage.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Fire solution is
Adamant down.
Oh,
Manticore
that's-
is taking damage.
Yep, so we are restarting this fight because that was a disaster. So I don't think we might want to rethink heading to the Celestra mission for now because I don't think we have the firepower to take out multiple revenants at once. Like the Manticores and the Adamants are great, but I believe we are completely outclassed when it comes against the revenants. So we are not going to do that because we are not in any position to take them on. Fleet Group 10. Only 2,000, okay. So let's leave the Celestra mission for now because we are just getting our ass kicked there. We're going to jump to Canceron. It's only going to cost 20 to jump the Fleet Group Nautilus. That's good. Let's see, Cylon Group 19 is also small. So do we jump to Tauron or do we jump to Virgon? I'm gonna go with Tauron. So I don't need to lose another group, another colony. And we could go from Tauron to Gemenon. Hopefully this side mission will let us reclaim a lost colony, maybe. We have anything being built? We do not. We don't have any materials to do it. That is a good mission we can do there. That'll get us a nice pile of Tilium, and we're gonna have to call that as it is for now. So having the Prometheus group at Sagittarion, hopefully they're fortified, so that we're gonna get more Tilium from them. We need more victories. That's what we need. Okay.
Cylon escort group has been detected. Escort group is under attack.
Okay, so we planned on this. Fleet Group Odyssey is going to engage the Fleet Group 19, I think that is. Let's just auto-resolve. It's auto-resolve that. Let's throw down a save.
Set condition 1 throughout fleet.
Auto-resolve. We lost the on. I feel like that was an unnecessary loss. I feel like he had such an advantage that he shouldn't have lost one, but I'm gonna give him another. I'm gonna just re-roll that because I feel like that was an unnecessary loss. You had 100% chance victory, only 90% chance of casualties. Let's let it all resolve again. See if we can get a different response. There we go. See, no casualties there. Fleet Group Odyssey is going to... Yeah, we're going to repair fleet. Greeley is kicking ass, let's be honest. Don't want to hit end turn. Okay, how big is this? No, that's not the button I wanted. Okay, that's Fleet Group 26. 2,000. So it's not exactly a big fleet group. But we have actually a smaller fleet group here. So let's rename this. I am running out of names. There's a good one. Let's go with the Perseus. Actually, I didn't think it was going to give me enough letters. Awesome. Okay, so we have 155 Tillium. Let's see if we can get another ship out. Next, we need more requisite points before we can unlock anything better. Tauron is improving. Vergon is concerned. Lebron, where is Lebron? Okay, that's fair. But we need a little more firepower before we can take them on. Let's have the... okay, let's see what we got so far. They're going to need some time to recharge. Let's send Odyssey. Let's send it to the mission here. Because that's going to get us a ton of resources. And Pycon Pycon defected anyway, so they can sit on it for a little bit. You need time to... let's have you jump to the Daedalus. Okay, we're going to have to slow down and save. And we're going to take care of this side mission. So I want to wait till we have the Ranger cruisers before we take on the Celestra mission, because that was embarrassingly bad. And I think it's largely because the Manticores are not strong. They're not really strong enough on their own. Even with the backup from we had 3 adamant carriers, which wasn't enough. We need either battle. We need something stronger, basically. And doing these side missions gives us a nice chunk of tilling that we can just pump out more ships. We'll start with getting a bunch of smaller ships out, like the Adamant class carriers and the frigate and the Manticore corvettes. And then as we get bigger and better ships, we'll rejig so we have the veteran light ships with these heavier new ships. We need something that hits a lot harder and can take a lot more punishment. The Adamants are almost there, but they're not quite bulky enough, I feel. Okay, let's see. Media stunt. Excuse me. So we have 4 enemy ships. Okay. Oh, that's a Manticore. Okay. Manticore. Manticore group. Yeah, because I think we lost a ship at one point. Yeah, we had to replace it with the Fred 2. Okay. This shouldn't be too hard. I feel like we should have an advantage here, but I thought the Celestra was going to be
jumping in 3, 2, 1.
The stream is still up and broadcasting. You've got the 12 colonies watching, Commander. No pressure.
So let's show off then. Okay, perfect. So there's that's the transport we have to protect. Let's just get it flying away.
Understood.
Let's deploy our squadrons.
Yes, sir.
Boost thrusters. We have the height advantage that's what we want. And that's another thing. The game hasn't really explained this yet, but apparently taking the satellites does give you benefit to your subsystems. So this one gives armory. This one gives fire control. And asteroid clouds are just a pain in the arse. Okay, so let's...
Action station. This is not a drill.
So we have Mark II Vipers out. Awesome. So far, so good. Keep on keeping on, basically. Let's have the Manticores. All of the Manticores. I said all of the Manticores. There we go. Switch to aggressive. No more boost. Aggressive posture. Again, I want to keep them nice and high. Because if we look closely at the Manticore craft, their cannons here are on the front, but they're on the bottom. So you need to maintain elevation to keep the firing solution. With the adamant carriers, which we need to select this way, all of their cannons are broadside facing, but they're all on the top. There's nothing, as far as I can tell, there's nothing on the bottom. So in any case, we're going to keep them going forward, but let's turn off the boost. Get them going forward. Keep them roughly side on to the enemy,
On it,
but
Commander.
drop them down. Then we're going to grab our 2 squadrons. And we're going to, since we haven't seen any evidence of enemy squadrons, we're going to send them off just to... We're going to send our squadrons off to protect the transport. Because that is... Secure the satellite network. Okay,
Escort clearance zone is active.
there's at least 1 Talon carrier. Okay. Nemesis.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
2 Nemesis, 1 Talon. Not sure what the other one is, but... Okay, so we're going to have the Frankfurter stay in this little circle. So he's going to switch to defensive. No, keep aggressive. But he's just going to slow himself down a bit. We're going to have the rest of our Manticores. Yep, slow down a bit. We don't want to get past the enemy so just yet. Stay high. Let's keep the fire focused on the forward Nemesis here. But let's have our Manticores fire off their missiles at the second Nemesis we contacted. So the Frankfurter fire off as well.
Yes, Commander.
And we're going to have our 2 Adamants. Let's have them fire munitions at the first Nemesis contact. They're the first ones that have been getting some pot shots off. We're going to switch them to aggressive. We're going to get a little bit less forward progress. But we're going to drop down and turn a bit side on.
Understood.
Hopefully we can keep that firing. I don't think they have any... Let's check. So space for the... Okay, turrets. Yeah. So it's definitely side on. They don't have any forward-facing cannons. So we're going to want to get... Okay, we're going to want to stay side on. But let's have the Juno drop down a little bit more. And have the Hephaestus rise up a little
Yes,
bit.
Commander.
So we can have overlapping fields of fire on this Nemesis. I'm going to peel one of the Mark II squadrons off, and I'm going to send them here to take care of the Raider prototypes.
Yes, sir.
Firing solution is...
Missiles incoming.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
There's no hull damage yet. The one thing that sucks about the Nemesis ships is that they do have missiles. And they always fire the missiles the second they recharge, which is, to be honest, the same thing I do. But it looks like we already knocked out... So we've already knocked out one of the Nemesis crafts. which we were engaging first. We'll have our Manticores focus on Nemesis here. But we're going to pull the Frankfurter. Since the Frankfurter always gets hit first, we're going to hit boost. But we're going to send the Frankfurter over. We're going to send the Frankfurter over to the far satellite over here. So I think we need to secure more than one satellite. I'm going to grab our 2 adamants. I'm going to boost. And we're going to head for this satellite.
So say we all.
And I know this is a Talon, so we're facing off against 3 Nemesis and a Talon. Okay, let's... Second Nemesis down.
Is taking fire. Manticore is taking damage.
That's the Diana. The Diana. Which one is the Diana? That's the Diana there. So the Talon's focusing fire on one of our Manticores at a time. So let's have our other Manticores. Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
So we're going to split our fire a little bit. Yeah, our Raider's doing just fine. They've already taken out over half of that Raider squadron's health. Oh, looks like we're doing good.
Manticore is taking damage.
Adjusting shot by .06. Fire.
So say we all. On it, Commander.
So we're gonna have the Diana break off the engagement. And hoping we can just smash that Talon before it's an issue.
Manticore is taking damage.
We're gonna hammer the frackers so they can't get back up.
Let's check the Frank. Where's the Frankfurter? Okay.
Understood.
So we have everybody but the Frankfurter.
Solution updated. Target acquisition maintained.
Talon's eliminated. Good, good, good. We just have the Nemesis on the board. I figured the Talon wasn't going to last very much longer, so I had all of our ships fire off their salvos at the Nemesis. I don't want it going after the transport unopposed. So the Diana's fine, so that's good. I'm going to let it keep repairing engineering. And we're going to have all of our other ships. Sorry, all of the Manticores we have here. We're going to have them pivot about and start chasing that Nemesis.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to grab the Hephaestus and the Juno. Have them do the same. But we're going to grab the Diana. Have it come about. I'm going to send it over to this satellite because I don't know if we need to secure all the individual satellites or not. But let's see what goes on. Let's just go through and check out all the subsystems. Nothing glaringly bad so far. Just the Diana was getting hit. Okay. Okay. Enemies eliminated.
Hostile
That's all I
marks
have
are
to do.
down.
Awesome.
And our ratings are up. Good job, Commander.
Awesome possum. So we have an assist with the Hephaestus. Same with the Juno. Frankfurter. Uranos has a kill. Helen has a kill. Diana has a kill. And the Fred 2 did not. But it had an assist. So that's very good. We're doing quite well so far. I'm quite happy. Okay, so let's check out Fleet Group Odyssey. Yeah, we did not take too much damage. Let's repair that. Booyah. We did get a nice little chunk of requisition points and a nice chunk of Tilium. Let's see. Can we get our... I want that Ranger Cruiser so bad. We need another one of those missions. Or we need... Oh, here we go. Helios
Got a top
Gamma.
priority mission, Commander.
Okay.
From the President himself. Engineers on Aquaria have finished work on some Cylon tracker software, and we need to get it onto a live target.
That doesn't sound good. The satellite network must remain online while Marines infiltrate the Cylon flagship and deploy the tracking malware. Once confirmed that it works in a live environment, the tracker can be propagated using netcode hooks hidden in benign Idris data. Requires a Raptor squadron at the mission marker. Okay. Which is fair. We should have an Admit class carrier with Fleet Group Prometheus. Yep. So switch that to Raptors. How big is Fleet Group 26? It's not huge. Not huge. So that's good. Not built. We have some Tilium to build some ships. Oh, we have another ship here. Demolition Crew Helios Alpha. There, Pycon can go stick it because I need to wait to jump anyway. Let's check out what this is.
Tauron armed forces have tried to run a sabotage op without coordinating with us first. From what I can gather, everything about it has gone sideways. We don't know how many of their objectives they've successfully hit, but the saboteur team needs extraction support immediately.
SIGINT is unable to determine how many of the demolition objectives have been cleared. If the operation is completed successfully, it could put a dent in the Cylons' ability to manufacture and jump additional forces. So one random fleet, enemy fleet destroyed. That is perfect. And 500 Tilium, so we can get some serious firepower out on the board. I kind of want it to wait, but that is really, really, really good. I don't like the fact that Virgon's going to defend. Oh, Gemenon has returned to the fold. We're back up to 11. Okay, so it turns out you can regain colonies that have defected, so we don't have to restart the campaign like I was afraid of. So they came back because we've had several noticeable victories. I don't like the fact that Fleet Group Nautilus is kind of like stranded over here. Pycon. What fleet group is that? That's Fleet Group 39. And it is a big sucker. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to end the live stream soon, but let's pop out some more ships. Yeah, Fleet Group Odyssey is gonna have to take care of that operation. That is, if I can take that, and the three fleet groups that I can see from the Cylons, that one's not gonna go because the mission's at Helios Gamma, I don't think. But if, yeah, let's build us some more ships first. That's what we definitely have to do. We want to get some frigates out. I want 1 frigate and 2 corvettes. So you can build, I'm pretty sure you can build 3 ships at a time. That was a bad idea. So wait, you don't get the money back? Well, that sucks. Can't jump. Well, I've got time to kill there anyway. Same with the Helios Gamma here. So let's slave down. And I think that's where we'll probably be leaving it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Recordings of these live streams go up on my YouTube channel. It should be linked on my channel page. The page is Teolinskify. I was unable to change. I wanted to change it to be the same as my Twitch channel, but for some reason it won't let me change it. I'm going to call it there. We're in a much better situation than we were at the end of the last live stream. I think that the next step we want to do is we're going to wait till next turn. Then we're going to take Fleet Group Odyssey and hit the Demolition Crew mission. And we want to build up Fleet Group Prometheus until it's strong enough to take on Fleet Group 26. And if we're lucky, the Fleet Group that is destroyed by this mini mission is 29 or 30. One of those two would be perfect. I just want to check one thing.
Armed forces have tried to run a
Okay, so that's going to get us a nice big pile of Tilium. So anyway, thank you all for watching.
Everything about it has gone sideways.
Throw me a follow, throw me a
We
like,
don't know
whatever
how
you
many
like.
of their objectives they've
Thanks for
successfully
tuning in.
hit, but the Saboteur team needs extraction support immediately.